I know what I meant to do. Look at that. I guess. Literally. So later, I just got in the house, and I am looking from um, get some yam fry. I think that the good. I'm gonna just get my one. I'm making yam fry with some cinnamon, and then I went to the grocery store and got let me show you what I got from the grocery store. I'm about to get his clothes out. I think it's medicine and everything. Let me show you guys what I got. Put it out. It's fine. Oh, yeah, how was you about? Anyway, so I chocolate. You so much chocolate. White chocolate. So that's some white chocolate. And then I got some nothing. I like to treat me. And then I got this. I forgot to get the thing. Let me see. Do I still got some left? Damn it. I should never do it, you know. Right. I know what's in those feeling good. That's cool. I had that. Yes. Um, I am mentally ready for the holidays, but I have not begun to decorate my house yet. I like to decorate other things. I like to put up my tree, you know, decorate my house and do nails from and things like that. So the day after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna start decorating. So I'm gonna do that. And then I don't know about financial why. I think I paid my all my loans up until January. So I'm trying to just see and just be real careful with money spending these days. You know? Okay. So I'm ready, but I'm not ready. What about y'all? Are you guys ready for the holidays? You guys, I had got salted caramel and chocolate cocoa mix, naturally and artificially flavored cocoa. I seen the box that right, and I was like, oh, maybe I should get the box. And then I was like, you know what? No, because what happens if I get the box and then I don't like it? So then when I looked up, I seen that this was there, and I was like, you know what? Let me just get it like this, you know? So I just decided to get it in one pack. And I forgot to grab some I meant to grab oh thank you. I meant to grab some whipped cream or like some cold foam. I was like, damn it. I know I forgot some in the store. So I forgot it, but I'm gonna try it anyway and just see if I like it. And these cups are terrible. These cups are horrible. They suck. Okay. So sure you know, I haven't had these forever. So I'm gonna try this. I don't know if you're supposed to put marshmallows in this, but I'm gonna do marshmallows in it. I don't know. I'm gonna kind of just have, a little chill night. Not too crazy. Clothes is done, clothes is washed, she passes test, picking up the ice cream, and we're going to the grocery store, that was stuff. Today was a good day. I couldn't ask for a better day, but most importantly, I couldn't ask for a better sun. But to top it off, I couldn't ask for better fans. I love you. You guys are the bomb. Okay, like I'm digging this. So let's see if I end up liking this. Let's see. I don't. So I think that today, right here, right now, I have a very interesting topic of conversation for you guys. Okay, and I want to know, why is it that when someone does something, anyway, when seriously, you guys are the bomb. Like you guys are really cool. I like it. I'll smile and say, "Ooh, Jesus." So, wait, hold on. Let me read the back of this. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Can you put um uh marshmallows in here or no? I don't. I never had any snacks, so I don't know. But can you though? Oh, the chips were so freaking bad. It's niggas are funny. Oh wait, it says okay. Um, the first conversation that I have you guys, and I think is a very interesting one. And I want to know something. Go on here. Oh, absolutely. Listen, y'all know. Listen, you want to scream and shout? Go ahead. Type it out. Cuss somebody out. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, somebody said, look who it is. Hi. That's me. Hi. It's me, Amanda. Hello. Hi, sir. How are you? Hopefully you're having a good night. So, actually speaking of, my dad's birthday came around, and I thought my dad had plans because I had, mind you, I asked my father beforehand. I was like, "Hey, dad, I want to take you out to dinner, right?" Which is cool. Uh, and so he never called me, right? So I called him today. I said, "Dad," I said, "What happened with your birthday?" "Hello, hi." I said, "Dad, what happened with your birthday? What did you end up doing?" He was like, "Nothing." I was like, "Hmm?" I said, "I told you to call me because I wanted to take my dad out to, I think it's called, I don't know if it's called Mr. Krabs or Mr. King Krabs. I personally don't know, but I know it's one or the other. And so I said, okay, well, Dad, what day are you off? So he said he thinks he's off Tuesday. So I said, okay, well, Tuesday, that Tuesday, I have to work my second job Monday. So I know my mom did say that my first job I have to stay longer. I have to stay so long. Because I only work my first job tomorrow. I work my first job Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, straight. Okay. And so I was like, okay, I think he said he's off Tuesday. So I'm like, okay, well, I gotta work both jobs. Did they put me off on Monday? Now that I think about it, because Monday, I'm not supposed to be on Mondays. I told them I can't on Mondays. I think, damn, I need to check my schedule. I don't know. I don't know. But 973, I don't do nothing on holidays. I'm Bolo this Thanksgiving that I'm like, why? I don't think that is I'm really big on family. Right. So I believe in being with your family. That's why I say, even if you guys have family issues, please try to fix it. Um, I do have a topic of conversation today, kind of regarding something pertaining to that. I personally want to know, why is it that when someone does something wrong to you, you can see it very easily, but then when you do the same thing to someone else, you can't see it. That's something I don't understand, because me and my mom was having a conversation. And I'm not gonna put, everybody business out there, but my mom and my sister, they don't really like, get along. Like me and my dad don't like I handle like the things, right? And I'm saying to myself, well, I'm hearing my mom's side, but then I'm hearing my sister's side. It's not adding up. I said, something's missing in both parties' story, and y'all know how I am. Like, I don't want to just hi. I'm like, I don't want to just get one person's side and I get both. But then I say, I personally don't want to be in the middle of it, but looking from the outside in, I think I need to have a conversation. Hope you are having a good day. I am, because you're here. Hello. Hi. I'm gonna try to be better at wearing you guys wear. Me you guys time. So I'm sorry. I promise I think they just don't bother care. Okay. You mean your family? Let's I genuinely want to kind of get into this a little bit more. Like I'm never gonna sit up here and try to tell somebody how to respond to their family members, but I genuinely do believe, for me, as you get older, people start dying around you, or like, your loved ones or your friends, or these people that's close to you. I think that you should kind of look at life a little bit different, right? Just have a little bit more perspective, because if you think about it, you don't have as many years in front of you as you did behind you. So, sometimes they make you think about life and like, whoa, let me slow down a little bit, let me give them a call, let me break the ice, let me have this conversation. You understand? As long as you know you're not putting out an extra vibration, then you shouldn't get one. I agree. I definitely do agree with that. And I keep telling people, give me the same thing that I give you. Some people I don't understand why they can't, because you definitely can. And when it'll feel like, okay, well, and I think that it's not hard to treat somebody with respect and common courtesy. To me, I personally don't want to speak on to everybody, but generally speaking, life genuinely is too short. I mean, you don't know what could happen until you sit inside your home. I mean, you really gotta try to break the ice with people. That's all I'm saying. It's the holidays. It's about to be a new year. Just try. If you don't do nothing else, just try. You have a oh, thank you. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna check on my food real quick. I can't find my right here. Oh my gosh, man. 1 second. I see you. If you need to just I no, 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 no. Damn, I don't about to drink the water. I think I want to do once a week. What did you eat? Okay, so I'm sorry, I apologize. One can only do as deep as one has not themselves. So sometimes it's working. So I hear you, right? I hear you, but at the same time, though, like this year, I lost my cousin and I lost my grandfather, right? And that was the last year. I think was it last year? I think it was last year. I lost my cousin, and this year I lost my grandfather. So it genuinely makes me look at life from a different perspective, and then is this argument worth it? Is me not speaking to you worth it? I mean, now as long I genuinely will say, as long as you know you have tried. Nice meeting you, Charles. As long as you know you have tried and you genuinely put an effort into it, sometimes you do got to back off. So I get that. But ugh, and I get, sometimes you gotta walk away. I understand and I respect it, but sometimes, when someone reaches out to you, I would say, pick up the phone. Hi, Isel, how are you? Snapchat, if you do have one, hit me up, Brown Queen. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's why for me, it's very important to try, right? And at least I can say, when you know that you genuinely try to come honest and come humble, you're like, okay, you know what, God, can't, I know what I've tried. I can't try anymore. What do you do? What do you do when you know you tried? What do you do when you know you wanted that relationship? What do you do when you know you wanted to have some type of communication with someone and they just won't bend? I'm from Norwalk. What do you do? You're not supposed to kiss somebody's behind. I mean, so genuinely, what do you do? Don't do that. I agree. But it's just, when it's family, it could be maybe a little bit harder to just be like, oh, bitch, I gotta go. When it's family, it's a little different. You may see them for the holidays, what you gonna say? Just walk right past them. I mean, I would be like, okay, let's have a sidebar. Maybe sometimes people in your family can kind of see what both parties are on. That's why I tell people, I personally believe, I think that when something is wrong, you should keep it amongst each other. I get that. But I have also said that if you really both trust someone and you're like, okay, cool, we're gonna go to them. Sometimes someone has to probably look from the outside to look in sometimes, but let it be somebody that y'all both trust to where all y'all business not up. And you get what I'm saying? Wait, what? What happened? I like mine a little bit harder, just a little bit. Just a little bit harder, just a little bit. So what do you do with that? How do you control that situation? How do you control that narrative when someone is willing to bend as much as you are? How? Sorry. Not heartburn. For me, I see too. I just I think that because I want my friend to sleep, I genuinely care. And I would love if families to kind of just figure things out sometimes instead of bashing each other. When it comes to families, things can be a lot more complicated because, God forbid you don't like that person and then the next day you see them about to get jumped. I don't think you want to see me let him get jumped. Well, my sister would, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I would defend my family. That damn nerve thing. I love them. I love them. I do. I love. As I got older, I really started to like them because I didn't tell them off and I got in trouble. I'm serious, like that girl said. I'm serious, cousin. You be jamming. That part. I thought you were too soft. Yes. Yes, you can. It is definitely better when somebody put on do skills. Okay. Coffee. Do that. Mhm. Oh, yeah, this is super. Definitely want people to be family from a distance, but I will always say I need to make the effort to try because at the end of the day, family is still, you can't pick who the family is. So, I mean, the least you can do is at least try, you know? Everything I did at the perfect time. That's what I do. What the hell was I thinking about? I was making sure all knobs are off. Something you should know. I'm something or I'm someone you should know. That what you're trying to say? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm something. I know. Bourbon. I like to put I think you can you put marshmallows in this? You can, I've never done that. It smells good. Now it smells good. I'm putting it vegetable. It smells good. Mushrooms in here? I think you can. I don't feel like you can, right? Let's see from the flavor though. Hmm, I'm not funny with things. But I don't know. Like I don't know if it's and I originally was gonna buy some I was gonna make some homemade Jamaican cake, but like you're saying put it to the top. I don't know. What? super soft. Oh, thank you. 1100. Thank you. I appreciate it. You are beautiful. If I may say, thank you. You're really pretty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, beautiful. Thank you. Mm-mm. I try not to do a pasta because listen. Oh, appreciate it. So my phone died. My phone totally had died on y'all. Literally. Whole phone was like, um, Friday. Someone doing not when I'm talking to them about. Sorry, I'm sorry. I want to be precious. This one. All right, stop this right now. This match. Can I say this today on me? You know, let me just sorry, y'all. Bear with me. Shall I say what I mean? It's my first time trying this, so bear with me. I'm kind of, you know, when you try to just kind of take a sip to see how something tastes. No, I mean, medium price. Right, then. Trying to, I don't know if I don't know if the marshmallows are throwing it off. I'm trying to get like a like a taste for it to see. I'm trying to taste the flavor. It's giving me. I'm trying that. Let me see if I can do it. I can't do it. I can't. I can't do it. Stop. Yes, sir. We're not getting off phone. That was quick. You about to come upstairs anyway. Few more minutes. I love you. I tried that earlier. I'm trying to. Mhm. I'm trying so hard to see if I can get a sense of flavor with this, but I can't. Hi. Missing something? I'm trying to my son. Hold on. Let me see. Salted caramel. It's not giving me salted caramel. It's giving me more like vanilla. But I had the marshmallows in it. I don't know if the marshmallows kind of do it like as the marshmallows were melting and kind of just that enhance the flavor that it should have. I don't know if I put too much marshmallow in. I'm getting more so like a vanilla taste. Mm, I'm getting a hint of vanilla. What's your flavor? Mm, or cocoa. Mhm. I like it sometimes. Um, it's just not giving me caramel. Well, I've never had hazelnut, but it smells so good. Hi, Joshua. I think the marshmallow probably stopped it from giving it the flavor. Because I got this one. Let me show you. Mm, or this one. I love the white chocolate one with some marshmallows in it. On a nice snowy day, as long as I can drive, I'm good to go. I'm not getting caramel. I'm getting vanilla. You heard this before? Oh, the chocolate one I showed you. The white chocolate. I mean, you want a fork? I think what it was. This one? Yeah, this says take your cocoa to the next level. Unicorn hot chocolate. Mm-mm. That's too sweet for my sweet behind. Ew. Mm-mm. Yeah, that's too much shit. Like, hi, Alex. That's too much stuff. I think we threw it off. Was a marshmallow confession, what I think. Um, I think it was just the I wouldn't I don't taste caramel, I don't taste salt, it feels like I taste I don't know if it feels like it tastes like lavender and vanilla. I do well, I used to. As a kid, I used to, but not now. I think I'm more so like vanilla. Yes, I'm not getting that's why I was so grateful that I didn't buy the whole pack of those and not it don't taste nothing like and I love me some caramel. Caramel is actually my favorite. My favorite ice cream, caramel. And I love my caramel complexion. What's your favorite ice cream? I really definitely love the caramel. You know so crazy? Y'all are the only people that see me eat. That's crazy. That's wild. I'm still trying, y'all. I'm still trying. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm not into the ooh. You know, when I was younger, so these are like for me, yeah, thank you for the comment. Thank you. It's a comment. Your comment, I'm saying thank you to. Now we're moving on to talk about our favorite ice cream. Would you like to join us? You can. If not, you can get off. Your decision. I would love to have you here. I like pistachio. I like butter pecan. I love strawberry. No ice creams I will not eat. Vanilla ice cream. I think vanilla ice cream stink. I do not. I've never drank alcohol. That's the funny part. So for the people that should just getting on, I've never drink. I've never smoked. I've never popped pills, and I've never been to a club. And I've never did it in a car. I've never drunk. I've never had a somebody said your personality truly matters. In your case, it does, and I'm fine with who I am. So why do you look like that? Because God made me this way. He made me a beautiful woman. So thank you. I appreciate the questions. Keep on. I don't mind answering. I don't like the ice cream that I do like is sherbet though. I do like sherbet. Wait, super sauce. Why you say ha ha? What happened? I'm truly blessed for this. Oh, who's giving me the hearts? I love when you guys do that. This this is salted caramel. Oh, that lady with the real squeaky voice. I don't think so. I think she's Spanish, right? Um, Dallas 87 said, love the show videos. Thank you, love. Oh, I actually like them. I don't okay, so I personally don't like my flavors separated. I think that's nasty. I like them all together. And then I have a habit, right? I'll mix everything together. And so it kind of comes on like a smoothie in a sense, right? And I just sit there, I tear it up. I will tear it up all day. It's good. No, no, no. I know who he's talking about. I like that lady. I think she's funny. Mm, you're good. You know, I wanted to get two bar stools for right here. Hi, FNS. How are you? Tonight I am eating some yam fries that I made. Got some yams, cut them up, put some cut them up, wash them off real good, season them with some cinnamon, put them in there, and bon appetit. I'm still trying with this cup. Give me a second. Like I'm still trying. I'm getting vanilla. I'm sorry. I'm getting vanilla. I'm getting vanilla. I'm not getting anything else besides vanilla. This is what we're eating tonight. Mm. One question. My question is, do you guys feel that I give good advice? Hello. Hit me with a yes or hit me with a no. You know, who is somebody is like giving you all the hearts. I'm loving the hearts. Who's doing that? I'm loving it. Mm. Steven, thank you. Listen, I'm still trying with this cup, so give me a minute. Oh, I try to let the the caramels kind of like melt. I mean the marshmallows melt and see what I get. I'm sipping on um salted caramel cocoa. Yeah, I'm getting I done sipped that thing about 20 times. same flavor. I'm getting vanilla. If I don't have a hint of hi, I don't have a hint of caramel or sea salt. I have nothing there. Okay. Okay. So that might is very true because I so I will say, um, hello. So I believe in karma. I mean, for me, it's in the sense of I feel that nice to meet you too. I feel that God gonna get you back. So you guys know I'm a very firm believer on what you do to someone, you get it back, right? And I believe that you get it back 10 times fold. Meaning that what you've done to somebody, whatever God has in store for you, you want to get it 10 times worse. I genuinely try to be careful with how I treat people, how I talk to people, how I move around people, and just how I am, and just be aware of my surroundings. Because I feel like you have to be careful. Because you got to get it back. And you mean just treat them well? It's like, right? How I say, some people could call me beautiful, right? And some people would say, oh my goodness, you're the ugliest person I've ever seen, right? I'm not arguing with nobody tonight, I promise. I'm not. But what you say, and that's how people this, right? I say, you know how people say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. I genuinely think that's not true. And I say that because sometimes someone can say something and it hit harder than it would if they would have physically hit you. Because now you can't get what they said from out of your head. No, I'm using it as an example, right? So if someone were to say to me, right? If someone were to say to me, I think you're ugly, or your jawline is rough, right? Whatever the case may be. Why should I care about what you say? I'm asking. And I've been asked plenty of times, was I really born a man? I get asked that question a lot. Why? I don't know. I, I don't see it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes I've told many I was just see what they say. As as we are. And say, "Mhm, I was, yep." And my mother just had to decide which one she wanted me to be. That's literally like sometimes, right? Sometimes I'll have a comeback, or sometimes, oh, thank you. Sometimes I'll just be like, were you? And then they get offended, right? Yeah. Oh my goodness, right? How you ask me if I'm really born a man? Well, you just asked me, was I born a man? And you see I'm a woman, so how are you offended at something you just asked me, but then think that you have the right to get offended because what I just asked you? You just, it's the same thing. And that's what I'm saying. It's a little awkward when someone can't see they're wrong, but they can see somebody else is wrong. I don't like that. That's why sometimes if you look outside the box, I believe that sometimes God will put you in a situation where you could walk, you could walk into something and hear somebody arguing. And then you could be saying to yourself, well, damn, I've been there, I've done that. So I can understand where he's coming from, or I can understand where she's coming from. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, God could put it to where you are in an uncomfortable predicament because he wants you to see the way you treated somebody or the way you made someone feel or the way you didn't communicate. Sometimes it takes for someone else's issues for you to see what you've done. Yes, look at me. And that's what you're doing. You're looking right at me because you're on my page. Thank you. Next, depends on that person. Maybe they just want to upset you, but you can't let somebody upset you. And you have no opinion. You have to listen to it. Even if you don't ask for it, then there is no problem. I feel didn't need to use my energy towards use your energy towards when it comes. Sometimes I would tell people sometimes I do believe in rape. I tell you that you're human. So, you know, it's never nothing wrong with someone wanting to say something or wanting to speak up for themselves because I personally don't believe that no one will ever say anything. Someone could say something probably behind closed doors. Someone could probably say something when other people aren't around, but they're probably saying something. And that's why you have a voice. Because it's okay for you to speak up for yourself. And I'm not saying that you always got to go back and forth. You guys know I don't believe in that. But when you get tired and when you get fed up, it's okay for you to say, hey, you know what? You are perfectly fine. You are entitled to your opinion, and that's fine. But respectfully, please keep it to yourself. And then I don't condone violence, but then if somebody hears something else and they had a bad day and they snap on your behind because you've been picking constantly, you can't play victim. I mean you can, but to each his own. I'm never gonna tell somebody never speak up for yourself. I'm never gonna say that. I'm never gonna say that. I'm just saying, no, this is not chicken, the premium fries with some hot cocoa. Um, I believe in speaking up for yourself. So someone said, hello. For me, freedom of thought is enough. I don't need freedom of speech. That's fine. Well, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. Oh, about to fall. And some people, I'm never going to tell somebody not to speak up for themselves. I'm not going to do that. And I think that sometimes when a person accepts too much, right? And let's say if someone innocent just accidentally brushes them just a little bit and they just snap on that person, then people will say, oh my goodness, well, you shouldn't have did that. Da, 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 da." Do you know what somebody is mentally going through? Do you know how somebody feels because they feel like they can't speak up for themselves? Do you genuinely know mentally what that could do to somebody? Do you even have a clue what that could do to somebody? Feeling like you can't never speak up for yourself because you're wrong, but you have to sit there and constantly be disrespected? No. And I'm not gonna apologize for how I feel because I've been there. I've been in those shoes. I've been in that mind space, and it's just not doing it. Good eye. But if you don't want to waste the energy, you don't need to. I'm not gonna just let somebody else say what they want. That's just not happening. Freedom of speech can bring me to court, but freedom of thought is real freedom. I gotta respect how you feel. The lips of wisdom are only open for the ears of understanding to hear. Think about that. Okay, and you can still tell somebody how you feel. You don't gotta be disrespectful. Oh, thank you. Um, the red furnace I just seen one of your shorts when you was driving, most amazing. Small as oh, thank you. Let's see it as let them use it and that and I respect it. Just subscribe to be cool. Okay. You just do what you do and you just do what you do, right? I feel like at some point I genuinely believe in mental illness, right? I do. This may be a touchy subject, so let me be very, very careful with what I say and how I say it. When someone has had enough, oh, thank you. When someone has had enough with being degraded, manipulated, and bullied, it can lead someone to lose their mind. It can lead someone to do something that they don't want to do, meaning harming someone, but that person never coming back. Now I have to ask you, and I'm going to be very, very clear with this. Should that person still get blamed because they dealt with so much of it to where they just snapped and lost their mind? I would love to be in your presence, Cash King, in your presence. Oh, that was so sweet. I'm asking because they can say he had been bullied, he had been manipulated, he had been degraded, and I snapped. Everyone, if everyone left everybody alone and never spoke about them or their hair or their sneakers or their clothes or their mother or their father or whatever the case may be, if everybody just stopped talking about everybody else, none of these things would be happening. Because at some point, at some time, someone should absolutely have the right to say, "Excuse me, do you have a problem? Do you have an issue?" Because it can mentally become too much for anybody. And I'm never gonna sit there and tell somebody, "Oh my goodness, you shouldn't defend yourself or you shouldn't say something." No, you should say something. And I understand, right? I understand that, people say no words are words, but sometimes the words can cut you deeper to where sometimes that wound don't heal because you're still thinking about what someone said. Sometimes words can hurt more than a hit can because they hit you right here. I'm not gonna agree with what people are saying on here because I have my own opinion. I agree. Because let me tell you something. Baby, you could say something to somebody and it'll make them never speak to you again. That part. But again, if you keep pushing me to this and I say something, how are you mad because I had to come back? Now you've seen my wrong, right? You've seen my wrong. You heard what I said, and now you think it's wrong, but it wasn't wrong when you were saying something to me. Not happening. It's temporary. I agree. But at the same time, I'm never going to tell somebody not to speak up for themselves. I'm just not going to do that because that's how kids get bullied. Right? It can. Words can literally have a lasting effect on someone. It can. And someone could say, I'm not going to say something if you let it, baby. You don't know what they mentally going through. You don't know what they've gone through. You don't know what they're going through. And you don't know what God has them about to go through. You don't understand. Like when it comes to mental illness, it is real. So stop pushing people over the edge, and then people want to sit there and say, "Oh my goodness, no!" If you keep picking and picking and picking and picking and picking, then somebody pick with you back. Now you see where they're wrong at. But what made him? But what made them get there? Because you kept picking, you kept bothering them, you kept poking. Stop it. Leave people alone. I agree. Right? I agree. I never said you can walk away. I never said you can walk away. You can walk away, but at the same time, though, people have been cowards, and they will wait till somebody is walking away. They're gonna try to physically put their hands on you. And then in that moment, if any flick of a finger or saliva gets on me, I'm whooping your ass, right? Because I'm walking away. I no longer become the threat. Now you become the threat because I'm walking away. I can't see behind me. So if anything touches anything on me, then I'm gonna turn around. That's it. It's a cowardly move. And I tell people that all the time, if you so about it, if you so about that life, I'm facing you, right? Don't wait till I turn my back to stab you in the back. Don't wait till I turn my back and try to give me a sucker punch, right? Don't wait till I turn my back. No, that part, okay? When you start something with somebody, okay, you don't know what this person is going through mentally. You don't know if they just tired of this or they tired of getting picked on. Sometimes when you pick on somebody, they will beat your ass because you keep picking. That's why I tell people I'm not bothering nobody. I'm 5 feet, 100 feet up, 100 feet. I'm 5 feet, 100 pounds away. I'm somebody's mother. What I look like. But if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and I go to walk away because I know it's not worth my energy, right? And I turn around and then you go to attack any part of my body, I'm not gonna stand there. I'm just not gonna do it. It's like workplace. If you don't play office politics and take care of it, you will be first in the corporation. I really don't. And I tell people, and sometimes, right? Sometimes you can have it so to where you be like, all right, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let it slide. And then before you know it, you be up on the top and you still at the bottom. Oh, I think you have a good night. I agree. I agree. But that's why I'm saying you gotta learn when to leave people alone. No, nobody's not doing it. Listen, we're not doing that. I am a girl. I'm a girl's girl, right? Team girl. I would never put another man in a situation that has nothing to do with him. Especially, let me be very clear. If I started something with a man, I need to get myself out of it. I'm not calling my cousin. I'm not calling my father. I'm not calling my god brother. I'm not calling nobody. If I put myself in something with a grown man, I need to get myself from out of it. However that may be. Simple as that. I'm not calling nobody. Don't ever call somebody because you started some mess. You wanted to start bullying. You wanted to start trouble. You got to be careful with that because sometimes you end up calling somebody and that person don't make it back home over something you wanted to put somebody in because you thought they were so bad and they were so tough. Didn't you start it? Didn't you say it? Didn't you do it? Now you handle it. I don't respect that. Sometimes they need to deal with someone their size. What does that have to do with something that somebody else started? So every time somebody get in trouble and they're gonna call you every time because they're bigger? No, being a mess. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Mm-mm. And that's important. Sometimes somebody that does go to stuff like that, you got to be careful because you can do all this. You don't know what they got on them. You don't know. You sitting up there pumping up your chest. Oh, you this and it. It takes one trigger, and that's it. So now you sitting up here. Now you crying. You caused it. You call them. Now you deal with it. Don't call somebody for the mess you started. Don't do that. I'm leaving. I'm not doing this. Don't do that. I gotta pee. Oh, I gotta pee. Yeah, I gotta pee. Ooh, give me a second. I gotta pee. Sorry, I gotta pee. Mm. I'm actually gonna go, you guys, because I gotta get my son ready for tomorrow. If I can leave anybody with some advice tonight. No, I had to pee. And my advice would be never be afraid to speak up for yourself. You have that right. Also, from the law, it's not also, it's about whenever you get yourself into something. Sorry, I was doing something. I'm sorry. Um, I definitely will say if you start something, you need to finish it. Don't call me to be in your mess. I'm great. I'm blessed. That's like saying you have a sister, right? And you're a young man and you see that this woman keeps hitting your brother. With what I need you to elaborate on what was the misunderstanding, my love. I wouldn't give myself a that because if you keep letting somebody hit you, they're gonna keep doing it. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave you guys with if you get yourself into something, get yourself out of it. Don't call your sister. Don't call your brother. Don't call your mother. Don't call your father. You start it, then you need to finish it. I'm going to go because it looks like I'm going to have to go get my child. So I love you guys. I will not be back on here tonight. I'm about to hit the exact and call it a night. Good night. And I love you guys.